Alright, boys and girls and bow-legged squirrels. It's been a minute. How we doing? Hope everybody's alright. We have a practice match. I say practice match. I don't even know what the race was to. So, yeah. We are going to show a match between me and a teammate of mine, Mr. Mike. We were practicing 9-ball, 9-foot table. I'm going to try and do a little bit of commentary, if that's possible. So again, I don't even know how many games we played. We played for 4 hours. That much I know, because at the end of the night, my back was killing me. It's broken up into 6 episodes. At the end of the video, I will give a count of what the score is between me and Mike, and we'll add everything together at the end of the 6th video and see who came out on top. Got some pretty good footage, so I hope y'all enjoy it. And let's get into it. And this is me finishing up a little warm-up. Mike was over on the other table warming up. So, yeah, we'll go from there and see what we get.
What was that?
You'll have to forgive me for a moment. I'm looking for something. I don't know what I'm looking for.
I did not say that. She don't know no better.
Look, even that ain't flies here.
Apparently I made Bailey mad because I said now that I wasn't warming up on her, that I had to kick it into high gear. And she didn't like that comment too much. Sorry about that, Bailey. I didn't mean nothing by it. I love you. And Mike is not helping me out. So pretty good break. I dropped one. Got a good line on the 1 ball. Tried to follow through. Couldn't get it to go far enough down. Before I shoot this, I did this a couple of times this night. And unless I say it, I don't think anybody's going to believe me. I know exactly what I do. So the 7's not in my way on this one, but I'm working on this shot. It comes up quite often when there's a ball blocking, if you can see my mouse here, blocking the middle pocket for the bank. And I'm also at a pretty wide angle, so the natural angle would be coming wide of the middle pocket. So I'm using a lot of inside English, which, looking at it, that would be left English, right English, inside English, what am I saying? Towards the center pocket, so on this side of the white, to hit straight on into the 2 ball, overcutting the middle pocket, but the spin brings it back to the middle pocket. For people who are familiar with this shot, you know exactly what I'm doing. For people who are unfamiliar with it, that's why I'm explaining it. I am putting inside English, right side, to overcut the middle pocket, but use the spin to come back, pull it back towards the opposite middle pocket. So in essence, it's going to be a double bank. And let's see if I pull it off. Oh no, never mind. I cut it. Okay, my bad. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I do know that I do that shot a couple of times in here. That should have been one of the attempts, but apparently it wasn't. How little I know.
It's his specialty.
Mike hits no rail, as I point out in the video.
Are you gonna be able to come every Monday? No? Yeah? Because what time does it start on Monday? I was talking to
Stunned over for the 3 ball. And I should be doing something similar, cutting the 3 down here, stunning over for the 4. As my buddy Brian would say, one railing out. Now I can't really see what these are here. Is that even the 4 ball? No, the 2's up here, isn't it? Am I double banking it? No, I cut it. Okay, never mind.
Are you gonna play 9 ball too?
Okay. Now I'm in track. It's hard to see these colors, so I'm not exactly sure. So that was, what the hell did I just shoot? What is that the 4? Maybe that was the 2 and the 4, and that's the 7. Okay. Yeah, the colors are hard for me to see, so I hope I don't confuse anybody. Just shoot into the side, float down. The 8 passes the 9 easily.
Even when it's just us two, you always you play like
Do not.
a handful game.
Now, if I should just draw it back a little bit. The angle looks like the cue ball is going to be coming this way, so I should just draw it back a little. Well, I said a little, but okay. I'll draw it back 3 foot. And undercut the 9, which was my own stupidity for drawing back to the other side of the table. Now, luckily, and if y'all are seeing the 2 balls sitting up here in the corner, Mike thought I had the 9. He pulled. That's probably why I missed. He was pulling balls out before the 9 even dropped. Which would suck for him if he decided to try and bank this, because then he would have these balls in the way. But I think he's trying to cut it over here into the corner. And he almost got it. Rattled it a little bit, popped out. Should be an easy cut into the corner. And I got the first frame. So that's 1 for me, 0 for Mike thus far. I thought I had edited this out, but I'll fast forward it for y'all so it's not you don't have to watch us racking each rack. I know I did the last 3 videos. I think I did. I don't know about the first 2. Good break, held in the center of the table, potted one, shot on the 1. So yeah. So far so good. I have no idea what the next ball is. I'm looking for the side, so this must be the 2 right here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just follow the 1, shoot the 2 in the side. Wasn't expecting to run into the 8, and that's my fault for not paying attention. So now I'm cutting the 2 into the side. The white should be going, if I'm stunning off, it should be going up table and back down for the 3, hopefully on this side. Okay, don't stun off. Don't do any of that. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20 looking at some of this. I didn't leave him a easy shot, although I do see him eyeballing that 2-9 combo. Although he could be going for the 2-3, I'm not 100%. And my luck, he'll shoot it right between the 9 and the 3 and pocket it in the corner. So I just cover all of them just in case. No, maybe he was trying for a safety, in which case it's not a bad leave. I could cut it in the cross side or possibly run it up into the corner if I have enough room. Not 100%. I tried for the cross side, and I don't think I got away with it. I think it's clear of the 6 ball. See if Mike can put it in the corner. Now he should be going. Never mind. Mike, if you watch this, and I know I've told you 1,000 times if I've told you once, you shoot fast. I wish you'd slow it down some. I know it's not an easy thing, because when you get in the zone, when you're just feeling it, I'm the same way. I just shoot for it, and knowing where your cue ball is going to end up, planning for that. Nice bridge work. Come down too far. Bailey giving me a hard time. So am I going for the 3-9? See, I did the same thing. I'm like, yeah, there's no chance that I'm actually going to make this. Just going to hit and hope, which I need to stop doing. Don't do it as much as I used to, but I need to get it out of my system completely. Oh, and it looks like Mike's bringing out the jump cue. He's going to, because the 7's got him blocked off from the 3. And another thing with Mike likes to use the I don't know what they call it, the backhand jump instead of a dart style jump. He's okay at it. More often than not, he'll miscue or mishit. And I'm just trying to make contact here, and I leave it for him straight in the corner. I do think the dart style jump shot has more control and doesn't require you to be in such an awkward position. The backhand style does have its benefits, but I think the dart is better for most applications of jumping. So dart style for most, backhand in some instances. And I'm leaving all kinds of opportunities for Mike to play combos on the 9. I think this is just us really getting a feel for the table and such. I played 2 or 3 racks of 9 ball before Mike came over on this table, so I still wasn't real confident, but I do pick it up pretty quicker than Mike maybe in the beginning, and then Mike comes around. only because I had been playing on it a few frames before he came along. And being bridged over the top of a ball is always difficult, especially when you're trying to do something with the cue ball other than following forward. Good shot, Mike. Good line on the 5. The only problem is where the 9 is. He needs to come, and I think I'm telling him right now to come off of the rail and float up to about where this second diamond is. Anywhere in that line would be good angle for the 6, and he falls about a diamond short. So now he's kicking, so I'm giving him guidance to kick at it, hit the rail, hit the long rail into the short rail, and then come into it because of the angle that the 6 and 9 are in to try and float the 9 down, and he just barely thins the 6. I'm not sure what I do here. Maybe play a safety, 6 up table, cue ball behind the 8, and that's what I was going for, and I overshot it, leaving him straight in and inside. And Mike just punched it right on behind it. Now this should be a simple out. For anybody who doesn't know, this is my son-in-law, recently acquired here about 6 weeks ago. And him and my daughter, which you'll see momentarily, my daughter somewhere down here in this corner, are expecting their first child. So congratulations, guys. Love y'all, and can't wait. And also, Tony, my son-in-law, will be joining our league when we start back up for Summer League. So we should have some videos coming in the near future of me and him training together, trying to help him out, give him some pointers. He's played pool for a little bit. He's not quite as, before I forget, that's 2 to me so far. He's not as experienced as myself or some of my other teammates, Mike, Bailey or whatever, but he is very good. He's got a very good stroke, very good potting ability. He's not what you would consider a table general, though. He still hasn't really got into the I need to look at the table, read it properly, know when to go for a run out, when not to go for a run out, how to properly break out balls, either in a aggressive safety manner where you're getting a ball out and playing safe at the same time, or potting a particular ball to force a breakout to open your balls up. So those are some areas that we need to work on. His draw shot needs some attention, but everything else he's pretty decent at. I think once he establishes himself, he's going to definitely be either a middle 4, maybe up to a low 5. I do have that confidence in him that once we work through this next season that we're taking off, that he will improve really good and not so much master, but have a better concept and grasp of some of the shots that are needed that he struggles with right now. So I can't wait for that. I love playing with him. He's a cool guy. Can't say enough good things about him. Now back to me and Mike. Mike's Brought out the extension for long stretch on the 3. Punch forward, come back down for the 4. Not bad. Gives him a natural angle to come off of the side rail and back across for the, I think that's the 7 and 9 down there. And he gets across. Now this should be a fairly straightforward combo. He's just got to catch the right side of the 7 and pinch the 9. It should float right down. And there it goes. Again, fast and hard. That's just Mike's speed. So we are 2-1. Let's move it along past the racking phase. Good break, good line on the 1, drops the 6. Not sure where the 2 is. Maybe I can't tell if that's the 2 or the 4. Fires it in. Yeah, that must be the 2. Because that's the 7. That's the 4. I wish I had a set of those, which I may get a set for when we play on this table, especially for recording purposes. The TV balls, the 4's pink. I think it less chance of getting the colors mixed up. So I tried to kick at the 2, gave up ball in hand. In fact, I think this night my kick shots all around were horrible. I might have, out of 10, I might have only connected with 2. Floated the 2 into the corner, line up on the 3. Just a little stop shot here. Okay, well, stun it over to the rail. I think the stop would have been a little bit better. Might have had some angle on it that I couldn't tell. You see me over there popping my back. It was already starting to hurt. I'd been there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours already playing with my son-in-law on the 7-foot table. So my back was starting to get stiff on me. Follow. Good line on the 7, just a long ways away from the pocket. Just have to get him to control those shots. He likes to punch him. He's a big fella like me. He just, see, yep, that kick right there, I just misjudged it. But yeah, he's a big fella like me. So he's got the power. He likes to use it too much. There's a time and a place for it, and like I said, he gets in the zone, he gets overexcited and doesn't rein it in. And I find myself doing that sometimes, occasionally. But I quickly realize and like, okay, I gotta slow things down because it's not benefiting me any. So he should be cutting the 8 here. The cue ball floats down, and back up. Okay, he just stunned it over and now that works too. Long way again to the ball. And he got it. Now we're tied 2 up. 2-2. 2 all. Into the 5th rack. Mike's breaking. Let's see what he does. Quit talking, Mike, and shoot. Not a bad break. All the balls are spread out good. He just didn't drop anything. Left me, I think I'm cutting this in the side. Oh no, cross bank. And scratch. Oh, that's right. I was trying to carry him off the 1 into the 6. And I went rail first behind the 6. Good angle on the 2. He just needs to go up to the end of the table and back to the center of the table, maybe a little bit of top left to shorten it so it don't go as wide. Get on the 3. And he just taps it. Takes a close to the rail shot. Good hit. I think he tried drawing and it died on him before it made contact, so it rolled forward. So now he's either going to bank to the middle or he is playing a safety. Oh, okay. 2-way shot. Bank to the middle, carry him into the 8 ball there in the corner, keeps him alive. And should be dropping the 4 on the side with a soft roll. Oh, he caught the jaw. Caught the knuckle. Leaving me a blind cut on the 4. Got that. Did I get behind the 6? I don't think I did. Just a little bit of the draw. There we go. Cut the 6 in the corner. Stay close to the rail. Straight in on the 7. Just a stop shot on the 7 to put the 9 in the opposite corner. Oh, and I come out a little bit too far. Way too far. So I must be stunning off of the rail and over. Put the 9 in the same pocket as the 7. And that's what I did. That's what I did. 3-2 for Travie. And for y'all who also don't know, this is Bailey. This is Mike's wife. Also one of the teammates on our league. Very fun person to be around. Got a good personality. Also Oh, scratched on the brake. Also, the team captain on our 8-ball league, if I'm not mistaken. I'm the co-captain on 9-ball. Chris, which you'll see if you haven't seen in one of my other videos, he's the captain for 8-ball. Oh, excuse me, 9-ball. I'm the co-captain. Bailey's the captain for 8-ball, and I believe Chris is the co-captain for 8-ball. So Mike's got ball in hand. I don't know what he's doing over there, polishing his stick or something. Mike, you gonna make me speed things up again? Okay, there he is. Oh, he was trying to get on that 2-9 and wasn't, took his eye off of the pot, was more worried about shape. And I don't know what I did there. I know I wasn't worried about making the 1 because of the position of the 2. Maybe I was trying to play a safety and just get the 1 to run in down at the end of the table, but it didn't work out that way. It's not bad, but not great either. Mike tried to play a safety. He might have got it. I don't know. Might be too close to that 5, so I may be playing a 2 rail down here, come back down to hit the 1. Again, my kicks have been, oh no, 3 rail. And missed it by that much, I said. Yeah, I missed it by a lot. I do need to work on my escapes. I've been having some issues with them, regardless of whether it's a 9-foot or a 7-foot table. Oh, and Mike missed the middle again. He's having trouble with the middles. So that must have been the 4 down there at the bottom, not the 2. Or unless I knocked the 2 out a while ago and didn't realize it. Good cut. Now I think I'm trying to play safe here. Go rail, rail, get the 3 up here and have the cue ball drift over here behind the 4 and 9. And that didn't work. In either way. So I'm fixing to give Mike some pointers. He's looking at this 3-ball and how to get back down here for the 4. And I am instructing him on what's the chances that he's going to get that cue ball back down on this end of the table to even have a decent shot at the 4-ball. And I think he tells me 50-50. So I tell him to try and play a 3-rail safe to shoot the 3 into the rail, side rail, end rail, and over to the other opposite side rail, leaving the cue ball on this side so they're parallel from each other. Yeah, I have a chance of making a bank shot depending on what he leaves me, but the odds of me being able to get down on the 4-ball are going to be very, very slim. I'm going to have to pull something out my hat to be able to do that depending on what he leaves me. And again, I'm explaining that if he does something crazy and gets the 3 ball down here and the cue ball down here, not only do I have an opportunity to cut the ball, but depending on the angle, I can come off of that 3 and the white go into these to bust up the 4, or if he doesn't leave me in an angle to pot, then I can use the 3 also to come down here and hide in these balls. So I'm trying to get him to look at it from a strategic way of what is in my favor, what is in his favor. Is it worth making the ball, or is it worth playing a safety? And if you do play a safety, what's the proper way to execute that safety so you're not putting it in an advantageous way for me to make something happen? So after we discuss all this, we'll see what Mike decides to go for. And he goes for the 2 rail, leaving the balls across from each other. Now, he leaves me a cut shot of getting the cue ball to come off of the 3 and come down here to be able to hit the 4 ball. But again, it's a difficult shot. If I recall, I didn't make the 3, but I did get the cue ball in a good spot. One, I could hit the 4, play the 4-5 combo, or I could have shot the 4 up table, leaving the cue ball down here behind the 9. But luckily, I left him in a spot behind the 9 anyway, not giving him a clear shot at the 3. Oh, he just missed it. I'm going to try and stun down. Now, what's supposed to run into the 8. So, I think this is my first attempt at a jump shot on this night. So I come and grab the short stick. Chalk it up real good. Anybody who does jump shots, chalk your cue heavily before you do a jump shot. And if you're doing multiple jump shots, chalk it after every shot. You're putting so much force on that cue ball, you're knocking the chalk clean off of it. So I'm going to come off of the end rail and kick into the 4 to try and leave the cue ball behind the 9. And I did. I just didn't get enough energy transferred onto the 4. Might have him hooked right behind the edge of the 4, or the edge of the 9, so all he can get is a glancing shot on the 4. Might be able to cut it into the 6 if he can. Oh, he looks like he's aiming straight at it. Yeah, he aimed straight at it. Maybe he was trying to carry him into the 6. If he was, then that's a damn good attempt. Got close. What am I doing? Trying to bring the cue ball down to the end here. Nope, I tried to cut it and come back into the 6, so I tried to play a carom as well. So I left him a shot of the 4, but he's hampered behind or in front of the 6, bridging over it. So that makes the shot a little bit more difficult. And for anybody who doesn't understand why that makes it more difficult whenever you're having to bring or elevate the back of your cue up, you're essentially doing a masse. If you have just a hair bit of side on that cue ball and you don't want it there, that it's going to curve that cue ball one way or the other and cause you significant problems. A straight shot becomes almost impossible for a novice or intermediate player to be able to shoot because of that unintentional side going down into the cue ball and causing it to swerve, and you don't want it to. Played a good safety here, came back behind the 7. Mike's got his jump cue again. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like using a backhanded jump stance. As you could tell, Mike missed the 4 by quite a good margin. I just think the dart, you have more control and more accuracy with the dart method. So he gives up ball in hand. I've got the 4 here. I'm going to draw back for the 5. I believe I hit the 7 and it gets in my way. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm either gonna jump or, yeah, I'm going to jump. I was 2 minds on this shot. I could either kick into the rail into the 5 to try and pot it, but I figured if I didn't hit it hard enough and the 5 come back out, that I was going to leave the 5 right here in the pocket, so I opted to jump. I'm telling them if they decide to ever get rid of that jump cue, I want it. It's a Jacoby. It's nice. Oh yeah, I'm just going to move the 8 ball where I want. I did make a good contact. I didn't leave the 5 in the corner. So yeah. And for y'all that are going to berate me for bumping the 8 ball with my thumb, in my eyes, yes, that is a foul. But unfortunately, in the APA world, that is not a foul. And it's up to the discretion of your opponent whether to put it back or leave it where it landed. It has to be a cue ball foul for it to be a actual foul. So either I have to bump the cue ball with the tip of my cue stick accidentally for it to be called a foul, or I have to say I got ball in hand and I'm putting the cue ball on the table and I drop it and it hits another ball. That's a foul. If I bump the cue ball, if there's no ball in hand and I bump the cue ball with my hand or move it with my hand or move it with the cue stick, all those are fouls. But if you bump a different ball other than the cue ball with your hand, it is not a foul. If you lean over the table and move a ball with your body, it is not a foul. But again, it is at the discretion of the opponent to either leave the ball where it landed, because it could have landed in a better spot for the opponent, and he's like, no, you moved it, leave it there. Or if he doesn't like where it landed, then he can say, no, move it back to where it was. I don't like that. That's not the way I like to play, but because of APA rules, I have to follow them, and that's what it is. But I agree 100% with everybody who's going to say something. That is a foul. I should have lost my turn at the table. And that puts me at 4-2. So that's where we're going to end up. Travis 4, Mike 2, and I have 5 more videos that I am going to be working on to get them out to finish out this series. We're going to keep score up until the end and see what the final outcome was. Again, like I said, it was 4 hours long, and even after removing some of the parts that, the racking and stuff like that took some time, it still was over 3 hours long. So I broke it up into 6 sections. This was the first. I'm ahead by 2 points right now, 4-2, and we'll continue on and see how it ends up with this practice session. Who ends up on top, me or Mike? Cast your votes. Who do you think's going to wind up having becoming king of the table, and what do you think the score's going to wind up being after 4 hours? That's what I'd like to know. Guess down in the comments below what the final score is going to wind up being. That'd be interesting. Might have to think up something. Whoever, let's put it this way. It's not going to be nothing big because unfortunately I don't have the means of doing anything. But what I will do, whoever guesses the correct score at the end of the series, I will invite you to come do commentary with me for one of my upcoming videos in the future. And I will get with you if you're correct. You can email me at poolforamateurs@gmail.com, and or I will I'll see it down in the bottom and contact you that way once I get all the scores and who gets it correct. It has to be correct, not the closest to without going over and all that. It has to be the exact score. If someone gets the exact score, then I will invite you to come and do commentary on one of my matches. So hopefully that gives y'all a little bit of an incentive. And yeah, I can't wait until we get the next one going. So until then, be good at it. And if you can't, name it after me. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.